good to me.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 179. I guess I got dyslexic.
79.
I got a little dyslexic.
Ooh, Back to the Future. Fire up the DeLorean.
Get in, Marty. We got to go back to the future. Nah. Welcome to 197. Episode 197 of the Bench Time Podcast with Todd and Brett Wiley.
That'd be us.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. I mean, I've been doing a lot lately. I did some fun videos on the Temu shit that I've been buying.
Yeah, I know. Pretty cool.
And I've been doing some, believe it or not, I was doing some building as well, too. So
I ordered some Temu stuff, too.
Uh-oh. Don't tell us what it is yet.
Not a lot. I only ordered a couple things. I had gotten stuff from them in the past. Is that a word? I had gotten stuff from them in the past. And I ordered a bunch of other stuff. I really don't want another load of the stuff. I got enough stuff to talk about on my workbench as it is. Okay. But I did order like 3 things coming, so we'll see when they get here. Probably sometime in the next week here, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go from there. And you have stuff coming you want to do. And
yeah, I don't have any shipments coming in right now, but I have a couple things I got to show yet, so I didn't put those videos up.
Okay.
But yeah, I can just kick it off with the best to worst stuff that I got. So I'll go through that stuff right now. I got those grass tufts. They were pretty cool. I won't think this is not chronological order. The worst will be at the end. But the grass tufts were pretty awesome to scale. They're perfect. Like they're
you sent me a picture and they look pretty sharp.
Yeah, I got them, and then I got a pair of.
How do they look color-wise? I mean, I saw the color.
They're fine.
Yeah. Are they made out of like the same stuff that the other grass tufts are made out of, or is it plastic, or what is it?
It's static grass. It's the same stuff.
Oh, like static grass. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just static grass. I got one thing I did not open yet. Can you hear me?
Some of our listeners also have ordered some things on Temu, and they were sharing them on our Facebook page, and they had, I mean, they were grass tufts and such like that too, but they were very happy with some of the things that they had. So,
yeah. Well, the one thing I did not open yet, I will not talk about it, but it's still in the bubble wrap. I will open that on a different video.
Okay.
And then I got this airbrush.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
I do.
That probably sounds really good on the podcast.
It's the portable airbrush.
Yeah, portable airbrush, but it's also, I looked at the, like the import stamp on it, the import certificate, and it's actually stamped as a little fairy hydration instrument. And
so you can feed little fairies water with it.
Yeah, you can hydrate your fairies with it, you know. After years of research and continuous innovation, technology has developed this multifunctional nano airbrush with the latest high-pressure nano infiltration technology.
Nice.
Breaking down parts into excellent particles. Excellent particles, by the way.
Excellent.
I love I'm going to read through the funny... If you don't mind, Dad, I'm going to read through the funniest parts of the instructions here.
Okay, well, that's pretty funny because they aren't just particles.
They're excellent particles.
They're excellent particles of paint and water mixture.
Yes.
Paint
breaking down paints into excellent particles and spraying them. Spraying them is all one word. Onto a panel or canvas helps create detailed images. Decompose water molecules into tiny particles and spray.
Decomposed water? Decomposed water molecules?
Yeah, decompose water molecules into tiny particles and spray on the is one word, skin, which can reach deep layer of the skin.
What kind of skin?
I don't know.
Who's spraying that on the skin?
Who wants it to reach a deep layer of my skin?
What?
Which can reach the deep layer of the skin. That's what it says.
They do use airbrushes if you go to spray.
Yeah, like salons. Yeah.
No, I
Oh.
mean, no, not just that, but um, uh, spraygunner.com. It's a place where you buy. They have good prices on paints and stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, it if you go there, they have airbrushes for all kinds of stuff.
Oh, they do movie makeup and all sorts of things. Yeah.
Exactly. So they even have videos up on their.
This gets better. This gets better.
Okay, go ahead.
So it helps reach layers of deep layers of the skin. It also helps the skin replenish water and cleanse deeply.
Wait, whoa! How deeply into the skin does it go?
It just says which can help reach the deep layer of the skin.
Ooh, that sounds like unhealthy.
This ain't a tattoo gun.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
All right, it gets better. Help the skin replenish and cleanse deeply, solve the problem of dry skin, and improve the absorption rate of skincare products. Create various works of arts on nails, models, cakes, foods, t-shirts, canvas, and other surfaces.
Okay, and I get that. I'm aware of that. I'm a little concerned about the deep layers of skin and the putting I guess skincare product into your bloodstream.
Yeah. And then here, farther down, it says, oh, no, here, wait. Why would you clean the airbrush with steel wool?
How do you clean this airbrush with steel wool?
Oh, it says do not use abrasives to clean airbrush. Never mind, my bad.
Oh, I was gonna say, how do you clean an airbrush with steel wool, anyways?
I don't know. Well, I'm very
Somebody did, and that's why they put it on there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, either way, the rest of the instructions aren't too terrible. I mean, they're not written very well.
Right.
But they don't really talk about getting deep layers of skin. It also says do not use gasoline as a cleaner. What else?
I do use acetone as a cleaner as a final step sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not gasoline. It is flammable, but it's not gasoline.
Yeah. Well, either way, very, very suspect instructions here. So, but the best part of it was the little fairy hydration instrument. So, I'm gonna call it that from now on. I'm not gonna call it my airbrush.
Your fairy hydrator.
Yeah, and later tonight I might exfoliate my skin. I'll put some sand in it and I'll just blast. It'll be a sand blaster for my skin too.
Very good.
Yeah. So either way, that was kind of weird. I will say the one problem with it was I thought it was cool because it came with like a hose that you could put on to extend like your work area.
Yeah.
So you can have the compressor, the little mini compressor off to the side, and use the airbrush part, because the airbrush part is actual airbrush. Like it's a real. You could take it off and use it on a regular compressor setup.
Right.
But the hose is first of all, the compressor is very light, and the hose is very rigid.
It's a coil hose.
Yeah, and it's stiff. So if you use it, it's gonna just drag the compressor around on your workbench top. So it's not really very portable.
Or is it to hold it in one hand and then?
It might be, but I'm not that coordinated.
Yeah.
I'm not coordinated enough for that. So I won't be using the hose that came with my fairy hydration brush.
Right.
And I will not be spraying it on my skin.
Yeah, too funny.
Well, I did spray it on my skin I had a little water. I was testing it. All right, so that was good. Good tufts. The grass tufts were good. The airbrush does work. The little fairy hydrator works very well. Now, I got these lamps. Did you see my video today?
I did not. Did you put a new video up today?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I got these LED lamps, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, I ordered those too. Are those the ones that are like the ones that had like the wire that it's bent?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, mine are like old school looking, almost like the gas street lamps.
But yeah, mine are too. They're like the ones we make and we put on the front of our buildings.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a picture on Messenger on it while I talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Because I ordered. You get I think you get 3 or 5 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
How many did you get?
A 10.
And that's not what I ordered.
No. Well.
Send me a picture.
They're not bad. They'd probably be better for 1/35.
Yeah.
They're a little big. But I looked up HO scale and that's what came up, and now I got these big street. They're too tall, but they're adjustable. They have a little pipe I can cut down.
Oh yeah, mine aren't like that. Mine are like the wire one that you bend the wire into like a U shape, and then the lampshade hangs off of it, that kind of thing. And hang them over a doorway.
Well, kind of look at the picture I sent you.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So the top part is fine. Like to scale, I hold it next to a little HO scale figure, a Prizer figure. And the top part, it's believable. It'll definitely pass. The problem is that bead that's down there by my thumb.
That's huge.
But it slides right off. I don't have to have it on there.
Oh, can you?
So I could probably make a different base.
Yeah.
And just use a different base for it and cut them down because they are very long too.
You just glue it on?
Yeah, but then it would just be a post. I guess it could just be a post sticking out on the ground. Yeah.
No, the bead on the bottom. You said it slides right off.
It's too big though.
Oh, okay.
It's as tall as a man. It's as tall as a whole Prizer figure.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to slide that piece completely off and not even use it. It comes right off.
Yeah. Why not?
And then just put the post in the ground, and you could build up like a flower bed or whatever, like you see in towns around the post.
Right. Yeah.
So they're workable. It's just the scale of the base of it is massive. It's as tall as a Prizer figure. It's not realistic.
No, I get it.
So, yeah, I'll test them out. It came with some transistors or some resistors, I guess. Not transistors, resistors.
They look pretty tall, though.
Well, you can cut the pipe down.
Oh, okay, good.
The top unscrew. They're actually pretty nice. The top comes off, and you can
slide it out.
Slide the wire out and cut the pipe part down and
make
them shorter. So that's not a big deal. That's
you might be able to go to like Michael's or Hobby Lobby and find a smaller bead thing or something.
Yeah, I could find something. I could definitely work with it and make it better.
Yeah, still ain't bad though. You get 10 of them. Mm-mm. And did you try and light it up?
No. I was going to just get a little 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
But there's also these little resistors here.
Oh, okay.
It came with resistors. I got to solder to it, and I don't want to hook it up to a 9-volt and then have it blow up either. So I'll mess with them. I'm going to mess with them.
Right.
All right. I didn't do the... should I do the...
You mention that. Go ahead.
What's that?
I got a story for you a little later about blowing things up.
Should I open this one up while we're talking and then do a video of it later, or should I just wait?
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Well, it's not visual, but you'll see. So I got it from the C and Mew, like a cat mews. Mew.
Yeah.
C and Mew Consulting. That's the name of the company that sold this thing.
What is it?
I'm cutting it open. God damn.
Oh, okay.
So the people that are watching YouTube, I'll have to do a review of it later.
Okay.
They are flat snips.
Huh?
A pair of snips.
Oh, okay. So,
for sprues.
Nippers.
Sprue cutters. Yeah.
Sprue nipper.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And, yeah, they're not bad. I just opened them up. They're kind of, I don't know what kind of weird oils on them. There's some kind of weird, they're slimy, but that's okay. I don't know why they're slimy, but...
Just on that metal part, right? I mean...
The handles are slimy, too.
Oh, you...
They're covered in oil. It's probably just some kind of dye oil or machining oil.
Yeah.
But, or who knows what it is. I might wake up with some kind of weird flu tomorrow, but who knows?
Well, try and cut something with it.
Well, I don't know. What am I going to cut?
You have any fucking sprues or anything laying around?
I'm sure I do. Hang on. Oh, here we go. What's this? I got a pair of steps that can cut the... No, I don't want to cut them. Oh, here we go. I got it.
It's kind of hard to gank up a pair of nippers. I mean, really.
Yeah, they're just flat nips here.
Yeah.
All right. I got flat nips, too. Anyways. I have a really funny story about nipples, if you want to hear it.
Yeah, well, let's finish this part first, then we'll talk about that.
All right. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Yeah, they snip good. Did you hear that? Man, they snip real good. I'll do it right back next to the microphone. Oh yeah, that's quality.
Good.
That's quality. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, now that my hands are greasy, I'm gonna put them back in the bag, and I'm gonna tell you a funny nipple story now. Oh my God. All right. Well, let me preface it with.
That's my nipper.
What's that?
I had an old sprue here, and I had nippers on my counter, so I nipped you back.
All right. Thanks. I didn't have my safety glasses on, and the nip shard got in my eye.
With that oil, man, and that came from overseas somewhere, so you might well get that checked out.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a rash, but it burns when I don't know if it burns when I pee now. I don't know what's going on.
That has nothing to do with his nippers.
All right. I gotta tell this story. So I was at a race 2 weeks ago, and I was at a race. I was at a running race. I had a race, and I use this tape on my. If anyone's ever run, you know that your nipples, if you don't take care of them, if you're running a long time and your shirt gets sweaty and they chafe.
Yeah.
And you can get nipple chafe and your nipples bleed and it feels like hot lava dripping on your nipple. It is the worst feeling in the world. And then when you get in the shower that night later, it's like hell is erupting on your chest because your nipples are on fire. So that's a side effect of running. So there's all these products, just like in the modeling world, there's all these products that are out there for like, you don't really need them, but they sell a ton of it. Like these little, and they're these little tiny nipple pasties that you put on. They're like marketed towards runners, and they cost like $5 a pack.
Don't a lot of runners just use a Band-Aid?
Well, no, I don't use Band-Aids anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought people did that. Okay.
They do, but they fall off too. So
gotcha.
I bought this medical grade 3M tape. It's called 3M Transport tape. And it's like the kind of I don't even, it's a medical tape. I don't know what the use case of it is because it hurts to pull it off, but your bandage will never come off.
Right. Okay.
So I put it on before I do my long runs. Anyways, I use transport tape, and you can get it on Amazon for 2 rolls. It's like $6 for 2 rolls, and it's a big roll. And if you're anything like me, you only need like an inch at a time. So it's not like you're going to use a bunch of it. So the roll lasts forever. Band-Aids are expensive.
So you're saying you had tiny nipples?
I got tiny little, I got little pepperoni, like like the little pepperonis you get on a Chef Boyardee pizza.
Man, we went too far here today, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, so there's that. And anyways, so my buddy was wearing Band-Aids, and he will go unnamed, but he was wearing Band-Aids, and they were falling. He was chafing. They fell off, and I had tape, but his hands were soaking wet. So he looks at me, and I'm holding this tape, and he's like, "Hey, can you help me? Can you help me out?" And
oh God!
So there I am at this aid station. We both came into the aid station. I'm sitting there waiting, and he came in and gave me that look like, we got to do it. He's like, "There's only one way around it. There's 100 people around us," and there I am, flattening this transport tape on my buddy's nipples. And I will say, that is the first time I've ever touched another man's nipples, and it will be the last time. but you know, but it was a desperate situation. I felt bad for him. Like, I've been there. It's a bad situation.
I had to take my glasses off. Crying too much with my eyes.
And there's like these ladies behind us, and they're like, "Man, you guys must know each other really well." I was like, "We've spent a lot of time together. It's not a big deal." It's really not.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it was a great time. His wife came to watch him finish the race later, and I had to confess to her what happened, and And she had a good laugh. She's like, "Well, I wish I could have been here for that, but damn,
She could have done it for him.
Well, she wasn't there. I had to do it. I said, "You." Yeah, I was like, "This is the only time." I was like, "This will never happen again." She's like, "No, I appreciate you being there for him." But hey,
too funny.
You got to do what you got to do.
Right. So you got your nippers now.
Yeah, they are nice. I'll do a video on them later.
Visible spring, or what's the deal there?
Nah, I gotta take them out of the bag again.
Or do they have like a spring inside the handle? Is it a lever?
It's like it's a little wire that's sticking out of the handle.
And the spring is inside the handle.
Yeah, it comes out at the very end.
So it's like I have a pair of these Zurons, and they're like that. They're not really expensive or anything.
Yeah.
But they cut really, really nice.
Yeah, they seem nice. They're heavy duty.
Nice ones. These Army, I got these ones made by Army Painter.
Yeah.
And they make the paint for the gaming model guys.
Yeah.
And it's okay, but I got a pair or two that are cheaper and they're way better.
Yeah. Well, these cost me. I don't even know what they cost me. They were cheap. $2.
I think I saw them on there.
Yeah, probably $2 or something. I don't know. They were cheap.
Right.
How much did I pay? Let me look real quick. So we get off the talk of what we were. Let's go back talking about building models now.
Yeah, let's do that. Well, you were talking about.
What did I pay for them? I paid $2.57 for them.
All right.
So yeah, not bad. They were cheaper than a Harbor Freight tool.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. So now that I've embarrassed myself on this show already.
That's a funny ass story.
Yeah. No, it's funny. I think it's hilarious. You do when you're. I will say one more running thing. When you're running with people for the kind of mileage that we run,
right?
Like inevitably, when you're out there with your buddies, like just weird things. You're in the woods with each other sometimes for 12, 20 hours at a time. You know,
what's that noise in the background?
The kids came upstairs.
It sounded like elves down there making toys or something.
It is just my work. It is getting close to holidays, so I think they're elves. I don't know. I make them wear the elf outfit, and they just build stuff in my basement. I come down with some food and leave it down, hot chocolate and cookies, and I leave it down here. I think they're happy. I think they're happy with me, but who knows? No. The kids came in from practice, and
okay.
They just decided, I guess, that it's time to bang on everything upstairs. So, anyways, yeah, what I was saying was when you're in the woods for 12, 20, whatever hours, I've been in the woods. I've been on these runs with people sometimes for 24 hours or more at a time.
Yeah.
Weird shit happens, man. Like you see everything. So it's just
right. Sure.
It ain't glorious. It's just.
And you're not just running. You're going through things. I mean, emotionally.
It's a roller coaster ride. There's pain.
Right.
People fall. You gotta bandage them up, and then you're in the woods for that long. Eventually, you gotta take care of your body, and you go to the bathroom too, and you're just there in the woods, and it's just good dudes hanging out in the woods, man. That's what it is.
Running through the woods.
Running, yeah, for hours and hours on end, and in the night, and with a little headlamp beam, you can't see anything past your headlamp beam. It gets crazy. So
right.
Anyways, back on track. I painted some people as well. I got them on those little bourbon corks you gave me or whatever with the wood top.
I saw those in some of your pictures. You like them? I do it differently than you do, but go ahead.
So I put a little dot of glue on, and I just stick my people on top, and then I paint them with that, and then I break them off when I'm done. What do you do with them? How do you?
I put them on the big wooden part up the top.
Oh no!
A piece of two-sided transfer tape up top. Peel it off, and then stick the figure on it, and then I use the cork to manipulate and turn it underneath.
Oh no! I use the bigger part as the handle.
Well, if you need more, I got more of them.
Well, you gave me 6,000 corks in this. I'm just gonna. My thing is when the top of the cork gets.
Oh, you mean the regular corks?
Yeah, but my thing is when the corks get that jacked up.
Yeah.
I got big drill bit. I could just drill the cork out and glue a new cork in.
That's true too.
I'll just take the cork out of the handle, clean it out, and put a new cork on top.
Yeah, well, they're great things. I mean,
I like to use the wood part as the handle. I think I like holding the bigger end.
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, and everybody's different that way. I mean, I guess. I mean,
it's more ergonomic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like to. Oh yeah, I'm holding one now. I just dug one out, but I got a bunch of them. I don't drink that much whiskey, but they came from whiskey bottles, and they're better ones are going to have a cork.
The one says Elijah Craig on the back.
Oh, Elijah Craig, yeah.
And I thought it said "Enjoy Craig," and I'm like, "Who's Craig?"
Okay.
Enjoy? Is it like enjoy, comma Craig? Like, hey, enjoy Craig, or is it enjoy Craig? Hey, enjoy Craig now. Anyways, we're getting way off track. Yeah, so I'm working on that. I paint some people. I'm also working on this.
Just like wine corks. I have like a big bag of wine corks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this as well?
Yeah, you gave me about 40,000 corks, too.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
You gave me about 40,000 corks as well.
I thought I did.
Yeah, I'm good on corks. I'm good on bottle caps. I'm good on all that stuff for a decade. I'm also working on this lobster shack, Kid of the Month, Bedford's Lobsters.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah, I did rearrange the wharf, but I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about all I've done.
Good.
But I'm taking my time on this Bedford's Lobsters because I'm gonna do something different with it than obviously. Surprise! I'm gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna do it like I'm gonna add some walls to it. So, but anyways, yeah, I think that's it. That's all I've been working on.
Yeah. Well, I have been working on my fromagerie.
Oh yeah,
my
cheese
shop.
The cheese shop.
And, yes, and I got a funny story with that, and I'll tell you about that as well. But I think we talked about the cheese shop before.
We have.
And now I have I started doing the interior. So what I did was I bought a from Mini Art. I have the cheese products from Mini Art.
Mm-hmm.
It is a injection molded plastic kit, for 1/35 scale.
Yeah.
And it's actually lots and lots of different cheeses, and these little wooden trays they go in, okay, and you can lay them on for a cheese display. Now I don't know where they expected you to do it. It doesn't really give you a hint on that. So I decided I was going to put them in the windows and paint the cheese pieces. Some of them you had to assemble the cheese pieces. They were in two halves.
Mm-hmm.
So I assembled them, and then I took my liquid resin, and which is kind of self-leveling, by the way, because it's really lightweight. And I put the resin in the grooves and stuff where they connected, and then I have a black, I guess it's the black light, the flashlight.
Yeah. With
a black light, and I just kind of, all you do is hit it on it.
The UV light.
UV light, yes. And I hit it with the UV flashlight. And just a couple seconds as I go around it a couple times, and then it instantly hardens that stuff. And then you sand off any imperfections, although you don't really have to sand too much because, like I said, it's self-level, so it fills in gaps and such, and I love it.
Yeah.
Great stuff. And so I did that, and then I painted them. And,
jeez. The dogs are doing something crazy.
Holy shit. So anyhow, then I painted them, and I put, they have decals like you get with a tank model or a plane model, and the water decals, so you soak them in the water, and then you slide them off, and you slide them onto where you want them on your plastic model. So I put labels on that were decals, and they look awesome. And my goodness.
It's okay. They can't hear it. You can.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, good. So, I put the lid and put them in the trays and arranged them, and then I built a shelf unit out of styrene plastic. One window in the front, and I built shelves and I painted them so they were looked like wooden shelves. I hung them, and I put them and then I made a close in the back, put a backdrop on that I printed from a actual counter back of actual cheese. Image searches, and then I put two of those Just Play lights that are from Just Plug lights, I guess they are, from the Scenics in there. They're stick on.
Mm-hmm.
I called you several times to get the hub for it and everything for the light for the Just Play.
Yeah.
Because we weren't using that anyways. Lay out. I'd be better. Those things are so goddamn expensive.
Yeah.
They are. 2 lights at Hobby Lobby. Two regular white. What do they call that?
Warm light.
They are. What's that? Warm white light.
Yeah.
Yes. Warm white and 2 warm white stick-on lights. $19.99.
Dang.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I bought those. And then you told me there were 2 lights that were in there, right?
Yeah.
And
Hey, whoa! Say that again. You broke up for a second.
when I brought them when you brought them over to my place, and after you left, I hooked them up, and they lit right into the hub when you got the hub over to me. You brought another thing. It was like an expansion hub. Okay, that was over, and they lit up, and they were both warm white, by the way.
Yeah.
And they lit up fine. I was all excited, and then I got this great idea that I was going to take the expansion light and run. They're not to do that. They're to hook more hubs into the expansion port.
Okay.
So I put the expansion port. I plugged the lights into the expansion port and ran the expansion port to the actual light, to the regular hub where the lights plug into. Okay, kind of reversed.
Yeah.
And I went to turn it on and nothing came on. Right, so I was like, oh, I better go back to the old configuration.
Uh-huh.
Put it back in the old configuration, and those 2 lights will no longer light.
Oh wow.
I don't know if I shorted them out or burned them out or whatever.
Huh.
And I was, oh shit, I got to move my brand. I used my 2 brand new ones. But man, you know how expensive that would be if you had to lay those things with 2 of those little itty bitty lights. Now I put them inside the cheese shop.
Hang on, more real quick. We got a special guest. She wants to say hi real quick.
Okay.
Here, you got to put this on. Now come over here. Hang on.
Hello.
I'm talking there.
Hi.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you
you
gonna
gotta
go do?
talk when you're online. You're on our podcast.
You're being summoned to dinner.
It's Pappy. It's your Pappy.
Your food is ready.
Love ya.
Evie is yelling at me because my food is ready, but I want to talk.
All right.
Your food is ready.
All right.
Okay. Be
Go eat your
good.
dinner. Say bye.
I'm gonna go eat my dinner.
Whoa, good grief. You just blew out
I blew my
everyone's
ears
eardrum.
out.
All right. Head on up.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, she's gone. Sorry, she was down here hovering for like 10 minutes waiting to say hi.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
All right. Anyhow, so I put these 2 lights in. I put a ceiling over top of the lower level.
Yeah.
Over top of the cheese. and then I stuck them to the ceiling and ran them out the back of the building through the wall I made in the back, and lit it up, and it looked awesome. I sent you pictures. I put some pictures up online on our Facebook of the cheese shop, and it turned out really well. It took a lot of work. It was a lot of painting, lots of little cheese. So I'm not quite done now, because now I have a cheese seller's cart, and I started building I built the cart today. It's to go out front of the cheese stand or cheese store on the sidewalk, and it has a woman with a knife, and she's cutting cheese on a cutting board.
Nice.
And there's cheese on the cart, just like there's cheese in the window.
Yeah.
And then there's a lady shopping. So I started assembling all these pieces as well. So I'm going to have to make more cheese from this kit.
Nice.
And I guess I might do some of that tomorrow. But so that was my project there. The cheese shop's about wrapped up. But my funny story is I blew those 2 light bulbs out,
that's
I think.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
Dumb. I was trying to test something and got stupid. So
yeah. Well, real quick, because
What?
one went upstairs, the other one said that she got to say hi. So here, we got to do the hi for the second kid real quick.
All right.
Now, otherwise, she's gonna sit down here and tap my shoulder 600 times. Here we go. You gotta put this on. Now, don't yell, because you're gonna blow everyone's eardrums out. Now, come here.
Mainly
You gotta talk
Pap.
to the mic.
Hi, Pap.
Hey, how's my girl?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're on our podcast on here now,
Yeah.
talking to all of our listeners.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Yay!
All right.
Now go eat
Go
your
up and eat
dinner.
your dinner.
Pappy loves you.
All right. Jeez. Okay, we're good now. Anyways,
I did that. That was that little project.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, that's good. Sorry, we had, of course, Audrey goes upstairs and says, I got to say hi. And then, of course, now Evie had to also come down. So, had to do equal opportunity hi-ings.
I get it.
So, anyways, all right. Cool. So, what are you doing next?
Well, I told you I got to do the cheese cart.
Oh, no. That's boring.
Huh?
That's boring. What are you going to do next?
Am I going to do after that?
Yeah.
Start doing the diorama face for it, and doing the canal, which will be called Canal de Robin.
Yeah.
It is a famous canal. Well, it's a canal in France that went through this town in Narbonne, and they during World War II, and it was used for transporting stuff up and down through the town.
Yeah.
In southern France. So I'm going to be building that canal, and then it'll have a canal wall, and then on the upper side of the wall will be the cobblestone street. And I have to make all that. And,
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well,
holy cow, is that dog again?
it's the dogs. I think they're wrestling upstairs.
Okay. So anyhow,
It's insanity right now in my house.
No. So yeah, I'm doing that. I bought a new gadget for my workbench since we had the podcast.
Jesus. It sounds like they're gonna fall through my ceiling. So I got a dog, by the way. I got 2 dogs now.
Yeah, we can hear them.
So what?
We can hear them.
I know. I don't know if we recorded since I got. Oh yeah, we recorded since I got the puppy.
Okay.
But yeah, we have 2 pups. We have a dog, an old dog, and a puppy now. And they obviously, as you can tell by the noise, they love to wrestle and chase each other around the house, which is fine. But apparently tonight they chose to do it directly above my head.
Because they can hear your voice downstairs, they want to be close.
Yeah, well, it sounds like they got tap shoes on.
So anyways, I got this gadget. Okay,
Yes,
so
gadget.
on my workbench, inevitably, there's always a roll of masking tape.
Oh,
regular
yeah.
masking tape
Scotch tape.
or Scotch tape. Well, not so much Scotch tape, but masking tape or the blue painter's tape. I have a couple thicknesses of that, and then I got some model masking tape that's made by Temu, and I have some of those in different sizes and widths from when I'm masking before I paint things.
Yeah.
So they're all over the place. I got them all, and they're not handy, or I got to dig them out of the drawer to use them. And I was like, this sucks. So I remember when we used to have the family business and we had a deli meat stand, right?
Yeah.
We used to have these dispensers for masking tape, and we'd wrap packages and you'd rip a piece of plain masking tape off, and you just stick it on there and seal it up, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, they were the best ever, right? They cut the masking tape perfectly. You pull off.
Do you remember those?
What are you doing? It sounds like a fucking earthquake.
It's these dogs. I don't know what they're doing upstairs.
I heard it scared just now. Anyhow.
Do you remember those tape dispensers that we had too?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No. The heavy ones.
Like, yeah, they're heavy.
Yeah.
They were like made of whatever, and it had
lead.
Like, yeah, they were huge, right? They were heavy and made by 3M.
Yeah.
Well, they're expensive. They're like $40 and they hold one roll of tape.
And they're not made. They're not made as heavy as they used to be either.
Well, I don't know, but I bought one on Amazon, and I paid, what the hell was it? $18.
Oh, wow.
Okay? And it is made by a company called Excel. I think it's 18 or $20, something like that. It is just as heavy, and it's made of steel.
Excel's the brand that makes the other X-Acto knives.
No, it's a different Excel. This is one of those ones it's that EXCELL just for you, and it's made by there's like 6 other ones that look identical.
Oh, yeah.
It's what Amazon does. It's all those Chinese companies, and they make up a name. It might be Zuzuranian or something like that on the other one, and Temusian or on another one, right?
Yeah.
They all have different names, right?
Or they'll throw in like 2 English words and smash them together. It'll be like Tape King.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, these are heavy duty, and they got good reviews. And I was like, oh, I'll get them. It's got a steel frame. It's got a solid, heavy piece of steel on the bottom for the base, and then on the bottom of that, it has suction cups, so it sticks to my workbench. Like, it sticks well to the workbench. It don't move, and it holds 3 rolls of tape, and each one spins individually. Okay, and it holds. Like I said, you can turn it, and you can put 3 rolls on. While you can turn one, the other 2 don't move.
Yeah.
It full size rolls of masking tape.
Nice.
I love it. It's so great. I know where my tape's at. If I need it, it's right there. It doesn't eat tons of space on my workbench. It is cool. I'm going to take a picture and send it to you.
I forgot my airbrush.
Plastic one for cheap, $5.99, and it holds the smaller rolls. I'm taking a picture. There we go. I'm going to send it to you but it holds the smaller rolls for the Tamiya and stuff like that. And again, they're right there on the workbench, and right there, ready for me to take as I need. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a handy gadget, and it's something that I went and searched for. Didn't even think about it until I needed somewhere to put this stuff, right? Without having to dig it out all the time.
Yeah.
But I was really happy with that, and I sent you a picture just now of it, so take a look. But I'll try and put the link up on our Facebook page for the tape dispenser, and then show you a picture of it. Heavy duty. It's got its own. It's nipples fit on each tool.
Oh yeah, I see
very,
that.
very well on the big one.
Yeah.
The little one is a piece of junk, but it holds them in one place for me. So and as cutters are good on both. But it's really, really nice. So, yeah, that's
Nice.
a new. I love those kind of gadgets that make my life easier.
Yeah.
If it's something that's going to do that, that's great. So.
No, that's perfect. Good Lord.
I do have one of the heavy Scotch tape ones, or Scotch tape, like the transparent tape one.
Yeah,
I
but
have one of those dispensers as well. Actually, I have two of them. When we were, anyways, go ahead.
I think the problem when I think Scotch tape, I think of the yellow tape.
Oh, no.
Because that's the brand. Like it's like saying Kleenex.
Yellow tape. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, well, whatever.
Anyhow. Yeah, transparent tape.
I just asked.
Happy Christmas present.
Yeah, no, I know. I wrapped Christmas presents with painter's tape in the past. I'm not above that. All tape. When it's desperate times and you're getting out of the end, all tape is Christmas wrapping tape.
Right.
I'm a guy, Dad. I will wrap.
This dispenser's cool. I'm always using tape for something, even if it's just to hold something down while I paint it.
Yeah.
I can grab just.
Oh my God.
What?
No, I'll get to it next.
So, anyhow.
All right, you want to do something crazy here?
Yeah.
All right, so I asked ChatGPT to give me some questionable questions for a modeling podcast, scale modeling podcast. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Holy cow!
Which modeling tool would be the worst to accidentally sit on and why?
What?
That was the first question it came up with.
What is going on up there?
I think the kids
Sounds
are obnoxious.
Like playing drums.
I think they're doing it on purpose now. So if it continues, I'm gonna have to go up for a second.
Okay.
Anyways, which modeling tool would be the
worst? Because that was bizarre.
Which modeling tool would be the worst to accidentally sit on and why?
Well, I can think of a dozen.
I'm looking at him now.
An awl would be a bad one.
No, not just the awl. It's the picks with the curled ends.
Oh God. Yes.
Woo. Oh man. I think
I have this pointy, long leather pipe kind of awl. That would be bad. It would go right through my entire thigh. You know. But
what would
X-Acto knife would not be good.
X-Acto knife would be bad.
It would be bad.
Yeah.
It would be bad. I can't believe we're talking about this. That's
it was the first question that came up.
Good. Well, I think it's good, and I'm looking around my bench and see what might be really, really bad. And pretty much just about any of these things on my bench would be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a question that I'll bet you there's no other modeling podcast that has ever used that question.
You know what else would not be good is the airbrush that I bought comes with these little metal pipe cleaners and brushes. Those
those.
But see, like this isn't realistic because it would have to be sitting it would have to be on your chair like straight up. It's not gonna sit like that. So it has to be something that is already like upright. So I think it would be, in that case, like, I don't know, a glue bottle would not be fun. Anyways, we're going to continue on past that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah.
None of that. Okay, I'll do another one.
That would be not good.
But these are weird. ChatGPT, listen, I use it for some stuff at work, like coding and whatever.
Or a bottle of acetate.
Oh, God.
That would be tough on your acetate.
Yeah.
Next question.
All right.
This is a silly night.
What's that?
This is a silly night.
All right, here's a good one. Let's be real. How many times have you gotten paint on yourself and just decided, screw it, this is just the way I'm going to look now? How many times? I know I've gone to work before, and I'm like, that paint is not coming off even with a shower. And I just go to work.
Yep.
I'm like, well, there's just paint under my nails, guys. Sorry.
Yep. Or I took a shower at night.
Oh, you know what the worst was?
And then I went into the workbench area and worked, and I was painting something, and I get up in the morning, I go to work, and I'd be at work at my desk, and I look, and I'm like, oh shit, I got like paint on the inside of in between my fingers.
The worst stuff I've ever had on my hands, is it's that rub and buff. The wax metallic finish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking? Do you have any of that?
It'll be worse, and you know it, huh?
Do you have rub and buff, or do you have something else?
No, I don't have that.
Rub and buff, I've gotten on my hands before, and it's not coming out. You just gotta wait for your skin layers to shed off before it comes off.
Oh God. Well, I remember a time at your house when I got.
Is it that glue you got? It like turn your hand black?
It was the original.
The old Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, the original old Gorilla Glue.
You got the kind
that's activated by water.
Yeah, it foams up. Oh my God.
That. Remember that? I had all my hands.
You made the biggest mess in the world. What were you even using it for?
I was gluing the railing into that dock that went out over the bay. It had the rail that went out on it.
Yeah.
And I was gluing the rail down inside to the grooves I carved into the wood. And I was trying to get the trying to get the rail to stick. It did. It actually turned out good. My hands are what turned out bad. But that was the hardest shit that I think I've ever tried to get off of my hands. Oh, there's another thing. You ever work with the CA glue?
Yeah.
You get it, and you're almost overworking your fingers on it. If you work with CA glue enough, and don't lie, I don't care who's out there. It tells me differently, but if you've worked with enough CA glue, you become brave enough with it now that you can work with it without actually gluing your fingers and skin together.
Yeah.
Okay. So you learn to manipulate sometimes the gluing process by using your finger or wiping stuff off and then kind of just rubbing it between your fingers real quick so it doesn't stick. And well, next thing you know, if you work with it enough and you're gluing enough things, sometimes you get glue stuck all over the ends of your hands. That's CA glue.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And it turns like this white stuff and it doesn't peel off.
Looks like dry skin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
looks like
awful.
you have like some kind of weird skin condition.
Yeah. Getting that off is a bitch, too. So, I mean, it comes off. It usually comes off in the shower after, working with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I have a solution for all that since we're on that subject.
Yeah.
Now, right behind the workbench, I have a bathroom that comes off of the back of my workshop, and which is nice and convenient. It's literally like 10 feet away. And so I got the bathroom I can use. I got a sink in there too, and I use the sink a lot for, my paint my paint palettes, my water bottle, my water dishes each day. When I change out my water in my my other palette, my wet palette. When I refill water bottles with distilled water. I use a lot of distilled water, and I have those squeezed water bottles with the hooked spouts. So I use a lot of water in there, or I go in, and it's also a great place to wash my hands. Okay, so regardless if you have a bathroom off your shop or not, or if you just have you just use a normal bathroom, go to any auto supply place or like Pet Boys, even they have them at Home Depot and Lowe's. They have them at Walmart. It's the Go Gel in the orange Go Gel with the pump. It's cheap. It's like $8.99, $9.99. It'll last you for years. And I keep it right there, the big giant pump, right next to the sink. And it takes off just about everything I've used.
Yeah.
And it's not real expensive. It's always ready for you. and it's a good way to get your hands clean when you're done working. I use it almost every night when I'm done working.
Yeah.
So it's another tool that we don't think about as modelers that is handy and appropriate for just for your convenience. So convenience is the biggest thing anymore for me. So
Yeah.
But so anyhow.
Okay.
We kind of stretched that one out, huh?
Yeah, man, that one went really long.
Well,
I'm looking at these questions. There's some are so just stupid because it's ChatGPT and it's what they do. All right, here we go. This is a good one. This will be a funny one. I don't think I'll read any more. What's the most rage-inducing part of scale modeling for you?
Rage-inducing?
Yeah.
Ooh. For me, it will be when I'm working with very, 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 very tiny parts. Okay? And I hold them in the You ever put them in between the tweezers?
Yeah.
To hold them?
And they ping out?
And they ping out.
Yep.
Okay? And I won't say that I have bad sets of tweezers. These are good tweezers. And they still ping out. Then trying to find them on the floor.
Yeah. Yep.
That's when I get enraged. Especially if it's a hard to obtain piece or of a one-of-a-kind piece to a model.
Yep.
Then I lose my shit. And you do not want to be in here. Your mom, my wife, she can attest to that. I use, you've all heard me swear, that is nothing. It's coming out it's coming out.
I think
crazy.
I will second that, but I have my own.
I go right into, it's like prison swearing. That's where I'm at.
Oh,
man.
wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay.
It enrages me because I can't find this stuff. And I will literally, till I find that one part, I have wasted most of an evening doing, if I can't find it, I'll pick pieces of furniture up and move them and look around through the carpet with a flashlight. And, I become obsessed with it.
The worst part of that is where it fell.
Yep.
Like you watch it fall.
Yep.
And then right where it fell, you're like, it's not there.
And I have those rubber mats on the floor.
Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And it hits that and it bounces.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's awful.
I think mine, for me, because it happened here while I was building this lobster shack, is when you break a wall.
Okay.
But it's like, no matter... To me, it's rage-inducing when you break a wall, and it, like this wall that I broke, is across the board and batten texture.
Yeah.
Like it didn't go with the side. It didn't break where the siding relief cut was. It was like it broke across it, and this was just recent for me. And then no matter what I've done now to try to doctor it up, I have to. It's still there. It's still visible. So.
Yep.
Anything like that where I break something and it just pisses me off. To no end. And what happened was I was sanding the little burr off the side of it because where I cut it out, and the board and batten. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the shiplap. Shiplap curls easier anyways, and I was sanding with it and it just buckled and it broke right across, like it broke diagonally-ish. So I don't know. That bothers me because I know that wall's never going to be the same again. And I'm down here swearing at it.
I've glued them up and made it so they're not noticeable.
The way I'm going to doctor it up, it don't matter.
Oh, okay.
Or another rage-inducing part is we haven't had this in a long time, but when you're missing a wall.
Oh, yes. And then you're calling out the manufacturer by bad names.
Yes.
Yes. You son of a bitch, why didn't you put that in there? Blah, blah, blah.
You don't ever notice it.
What a cheap ass. He didn't even check his kits. Oh, yeah. I've had that.
The worst part is I've done it in the past too, where sometimes you catch it and sometimes you've already gotten into the kit, like you're assembling it and you're like putting it together. You're like, I swear I had that wall around here, and you're looking everywhere and you're like, there's no wall piece for that.
Yep.
And then it halts your assembly. You got to restart.
Yeah, or I mean, if you contact them, they'll take care of it.
Yeah, I've never had an issue with that.
The problem with that is,
now you gotta wait.
Yeah, now you gotta put that son of a bitch on hold.
Yeah.
Right. There are times where I've looked at that piece going, "Can I make that out of something?"
I've done that. I've made it out of because I got extra lumber. I've made it out of extra blank wall pieces.
Oh yeah, me too. Styrene, plastic, sheeting, all kinds of stuff I've used. Yeah. I mean, because I don't want to wait. No. Hey, some places I wait. Some of the places you ordered a kit from, and it took it 3 weeks to get just the kit to get there. I don't want to wait 3 weeks to get one little fucking part.
Yeah.
So right. So and I understand it. It's just how it is. It's supply demand, and these aren't like giant manufacturers. I mean, they're individually run places. I get that. Yeah, they only have so much time of their own. Most of those people have their own jobs.
Yeah.
Or regular full-time jobs. I get this. Okay, but I don't want to wait 3 weeks for it. Now there are some places that have gotten it out to me right away. Generally now anymore, if I can make it myself, I'd rather not even bother them with it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I have one more rage-inducing thing.
What's that?
It also involves glue. When I am gluing parts together of anything, whether it be a 1/35th scale model or 1/87th scale HO scale model, okay, and I'm gluing parts together, and you think you have it all glued together, and you kind of set it aside, and then you turn back and you come back to it maybe later on, and it fell apart.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And you got to reglue it, or you're regluing it. Oh, or with CA glue, you're gluing something, and it doesn't hold.
Oh yeah, and every time you let go, it just falls apart again.
Well, you're like, this is CA glue. So then I take my Zappa Gap stuff, or whatever. No, the stuff that I use is comes in the brown bottle. It's not called Zappa Gap, but it's the Insta set.
Yeah.
So I had the Smith's Industries Insta set, and it's awesome because it. Jake Johnson told us about getting the bottles with the little hypodermic needle at the top, and it comes out the top, and they're awesome that way. Okay, that's a great way to put it on. You can put it exactly where you want that Insta set to hit the CA glue and get it to cauterize and harden. It hardens instantly. Most times. Do you ever use it and it didn't harden?
Yes.
Yeah. And you're like,
blows my mind.
Son of a bitch! I paid $8 for the one bottle and $8 for the other bottle, and you can't even stick together, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. I mean, it happens. Now, also that comes sometimes from putting too much of the Instaset onto the glue, and it overpowers it a little bit or something. I mean, I've run into that as well, too. It's too wet or whatever. And or you've used too much glue, and the Instaset isn't enough to make it stick, So, but I get frustrated with that. That's another swearing moment. Or you glue it, and you think it's glued, and you go away from the workbench, and you come back, and you spend a long time trying to get it to glue, and you come back, and it's laying there unglued. Mm-hmm. Then I get mad.
Yeah, that's that. All of those are infuriating. I'm getting mad just thinking about that.
Yep.
So, I'm not doing any more questions. They're weird as shit after I read the rest of them. I will say my airbrush came with this other thing. I didn't talk about it. It came with an actual like a test tube, like a vial with a lid.
Yeah, I saw that when you were unpacking it. Yeah.
And I think I made a joke about it when I was unpacking it. Like, well, this is for your blood. Like, what the hell am I ever going to use that for?
What is it for?
It doesn't even stand upright. Like, I can't mix something in it and like.
What is it for?
I don't know. It didn't tell you. It's for spraying. It's for spraying the blood. I don't know what it's for.
Well, maybe you could mix in it. I guess. I guess you couldn't.
If it wouldn't be upright, like you couldn't.
No.
Yet you wouldn't just be able to set it down.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It's like when I donate blood or they do a blood draw. It's like the tube they pop into the thing that your blood squirts into. Whatever.
When I mix paints for my airbrush.
Oh, that was the other thing I got. I didn't talk about that. And I'll talk about that at the end. I'll wrap up with that.
Your paint mixer.
Yeah, I'll talk about that at the end.
Okay, well, what I like to do is I go to the restaurant store or restaurant supply store. We have one around here that the public can go to and buy from. I'm sure most communities or areas have one like that. And if you can be a member and buy, and you get a better rate, but it's still cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in and buy these sleeves of like 100 or 250 of these little plastic cups.
Yeah.
Okay, in different sizes, and it cost me like $2.99 per sleeve or something like that. And I get like 3 or 4 different kinds of cups, and you got them for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're great for mixing your paints and stuff in. Okay, and then you mix them up and with your paint and the paint colors you want to mix, and then you put the thinner to it and mix that in, and then put it in your air. You pour it right in your airbrush, and then when you're done, right in the trash. No mess, right? Yeah. Easy, and cheap, and those are great. By the way, just letting you know. The only thing is, I bought a sleeve of the black cups. I buy them in clear now, but I have a whole sleeve of the ones that are black.
Yeah.
And it sucks because when you're mixing colors in them, it's kind of hard to get a true color look.
Yeah, you gotta see through the top, and it's not.
It's
yeah.
worse. You're using black.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Or you're trying to mix a custom gray color.
Right. Yeah. So. But yeah, I mean, so just a another little hint thing there.
That was good. Hey, I want to talk about my last tool that I got on Temu. I think it's called Temu, whatever.
Call it Temu.
Whatever.
Temu.
Doesn't matter. I got a paint mixer, the Vortex paint mixer, Vevor Vortex paint mixer. That thing was the best thing I bought, by the way, of all the things I got.
They are awesome.
And I looked up the actual brand. I got it for like $8 or something.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. I actually Googled the Vevor. Like, it's the same brand that I got. And they're selling them online for like $40. Same brand. It's the same brand. Yeah. $40. Right.
Yeah.
And it's like some of the hobby sites sell it. But, I'm not trying to say like I don't want to support the hobby places, but like, damn.
Yeah. There's one guy, and I won't name his company, but he sells them. They're like $100.
Yeah, it's wild. But so anyways, that thing's the greatest. I do not leave it plugged in though when I'm not here because I don't. It's from Temu and I don't trust the electrical, so I unplug it when I'm done working. But yeah, other than that, it's great. Now I will say I do end up while I'm working, and I'm sure you do this. Is I just put my finger on it not every now and then, quite a bit. So like when I'm thinking, or I
honestly can say I don't do that.
Oh man, I've been finding myself doing that. I just like sit down here and I'm thinking about something, or I'm waiting for something to dry, and I just hold my finger down on it. Yeah. I just heard you do it. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's like, and then I like to watch it because like I think it's like mesmerizing because my finger is like moving extremely fast on it.
Yeah. Well, they use these things in dental offices and medical offices and stuff.
Yeah.
For mixing whatever they mix in a dental office.
Yeah, probably like impression molding material and stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, and mine's made by Lab, but I imagine that's just another one of those ones that they just
probably made by the same place mine's made.
I got it on Amazon, and but I love it. It's great.
It's amazing.
It came with extra rubber replaceable.
Oh, mine didn't. Mine didn't come with an extra top.
Oh yeah, I got like a pink one, a blue one, a green one, and a yellow one. I got 4 of them.
If I ever wear mine out, I'll come get an extra from you.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, or I'll just buy another $8 one.
Yeah, true.
So that thing though is the greatest. I've tried all my paints with it. I tried the AK the deposits.
Yeah.
That are more oil based. I've mixed them with that. I had one that wouldn't mix very well, but that wasn't the mixer's problem. It settled too much. Yep. I've mixed my regular airbrush paints or the Model Air paints and things like that, and I've done some acrylic paints on it too. They work good.
Yeah.
So that thing is the most used so far. But I am going to try getting into the airbrush here. I've been tinkering around with it. I did some detail stuff. I painted a couple detail parts with it just to mess around, and I'm excited.
They're great for. I don't even use spray rattle cans anymore to primer shit.
Oh, I'm not gonna. No.
I just use the The airbrush. I put primer in the airbrush and brush it.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I use way less paint.
Yeah.
Because it atomizes it. Not that you're using tons and tons of paint. Those spray cans are expensive as hell when you buy.
It doesn't atomize it. It decomposes the water molecules.
That's right. Decomposes into whatever it said. I can't remember what it was. I have a part I want to talk about. Actually, it's a glue I want to talk about, and I haven't talked about it in the past, and it's very, very excellent. And you can buy it at most hobby shops or get it online.
What's that?
It's made by, and I would never found it if I was just doing model railroading, but I use it for, 187 scale modeling and model railroading. But if I hadn't got into this military modeling or regular other modeling, I would never have known about this, and you can use it for everything now. It's made by Revell, who makes, they make the model kits and stuff.
Yeah.
It sits on your workbench. It's a glue bottle. It's called Professional.
Okay.
And it has a yellow cap, and it has a long, like another needle thing, and it pours out the glue comes out of this little needle. It has a cap that fits on nice. It doesn't corrode in the cap like the freaking CA glue does, and you gotta scrape all that crap off.
Yeah.
And this is like, the Testor's modeling paint? The not modeling paint, modeling glue.
Yes.
That was in the tubes and shit.
Yeah.
Well, this is thinner than that, okay, and not as the viscosity is less, and then it has so it does come out more like a liquid, but it has the same kind of holding power.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course the idea of the model glues like that is that it melts the that you're going to connect.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is very easy to manipulate and put it on. There's no mess. You just squeeze it back in the bottle, and it just sits real nice in the workbench. And there goes the Alaskan sled dog. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I went to my my model club that I belong to with IPMS, and I told them about it, and I recommended it to them when we were having our little talk, a show and tell thing. They go around, everybody talks about their models. And, but right across the street from where we hold it, there's a hobby shop, and they sell it in there. So it is definitely awesome glue.
Yeah.
It's awesome for anything plastic. It's a very, very good glue. I highly recommend it. It will not, if you use it right, you don't have to worry about the strings.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've brought back a memory there of that old Testor's glue and how it would get spider webby.
None of that. None of that. And it's thin. It's like liquid. But it's not like the liquid that has the brush. Oh, that's a grape. I had a grape. I forgot about the grape.
Okay. Well, let's wrap up this, and then we'll do the grape, and then we'll end on your grape.
End of the glue. It's good stuff. Revell, Contacta Professional. Highly recommend it. I would use it. There's a million uses I could use it for. So, and I have. So it's good stuff. Okay. The grape is another glue.
Okay.
It's glue now. Okay, this is the model glue that comes in the bottle from Temu. Has a little brush that dips down into it.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Thin cement. And then Mr. Hobby also makes it. And everybody's like, oh, you got to get Mr. Hobby, too. You got to try that one. That's really good. Blah, blah. So I got Mr. Hobby's Mr. Cement. I don't know if you've ever seen this.
I haven't.
They're square bottles. They're like square glass bottles, and then they have a little brush.
Oh, yeah.
In cement. Well, this Japanese company, Mr. Hobby, makes this stuff called Mr. Cement SP. So I have that. I have Tamiya extra thin cement. It doesn't matter. I have Tamiya regular cement, okay, regular thickness. And so here's the problems. And it even extends to their panel liner accent color bottles from Tamiya. These little square bottles. Now, I'm not knocking the product that comes out of them. It's good stuff. It works pretty good. You have to learn how to use extra thin cement to your advantage. It has to be applied in the right way to make it work. Okay, here's my issue. It's not the glue. It's not the super thin glue or the fact that sometimes it takes a lot of it to get it to work. None of that. That doesn't bother me. You have to learn that just like anything else.
Right.
My problem is the goddamn cap with the brush. They're all the same. Every one of these fucking companies are the same. They have the brush doesn't go all the way to the bottom.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It doesn't go to the bottom. And then I was like, well, it's not just to me, it's this other one, too. Why can't they make a brush? It's a goddamn plastic tube because down the brush sits on. Okay?
Just make it 1/8 of an inch longer.
It's a little longer, so it goes to the bottom. You can't get any. Here's the other problem with this thing. When you get down low enough, that means you got to get another.
You got to screw the cap on.
Huh?
You have to screw the cap on to get.
If you look at it through the cap, I'm looking at it through the cap, and it still doesn't reach the very bottom of the. It still doesn't reach the bottom of the bottle. So here's what you have to do: you have to buy another bottle of it, pour it into it to fill it up again, okay, to make it work. Okay. Here's the other problem: even if it did go to the bottom, okay, if the shit's on the bottom and goes into the corners, you'll never get that shit out.
No.
Because it's in the corners, and the thing is straight down. The brush goes straight down. You can't bend it into the corners. It's maddening.
Yeah, no, that sounds. Yeah, that's another one that would drive you crazy.
It looks like you get halfway through the bottle and you're not getting any glue or shit on your brush. It's so frustrating to me.
That's hilarious.
It's so frustrating. Sorry, that's the end.
No, that's good.
But
yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. I was working with it, and I'm like, I got to talk about this on the podcast because it's awful. Like, come on, man. And they've been making this stuff for a long time. You know? You think you'd have customer complaints. I'm sure they've had at least thousands of customers complain about that very thing. And have they fixed it? Nope. It's still the same. It's still the same old shit. It's just like... testers with that freaking glue we were talking about in the tube. It was crap. Remember how the tube would crack on the side and the shit starts rolling out of the side of the tube? You ever had that happen?
Yep.
Right? And you're like, man, find a better way to put your product in it, right?
Uh-huh.
Come on, man. You may sell more of this if you fix it. Fix it. Don't they have research and development teams at these fucking places? It blows my mind. Let's close it. Let's close it.
We're gonna close on that. Dad's gonna. You gotta go take your blood pressure meds after this one.
Yes. Good idea.
Alrighty. Well, hey, thanks for joining us this week. That kind of went all over the place. We talked about a lot. So.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, hey, next time will be 198, coming closer to 200. So we'll have to do something special for 200 coming up.
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty, well, I'm going to go upstairs and see how much was destroyed from the sled dog team upstairs and find out what's going on with that mess.
I got to get a guest.
What?
Get a guest. I'll work on getting a guest.
Oh, yeah. Good. All right, cool.
Good. Hey, everybody, Model 1, peace out.
Later.